7 being has no limit. Number 1. Why isn't hope has no limit? Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. I want the number 7, hope has no limit, to be heard in Maoli. So number 7. Number 7. Adam, please, over to you.
Oh, I thought we'll clap for that. So indeed, hope has no limit. Yes, we will continue to do the introduction, and this time we are moving to another dimension. The first on my list here, we have Engineer Christian Agoda, the Regional Director, Ghana TVET Service, Volta Region. We also have Madam Mawena Awuku Sekbeji, the PRO, Ghana TVET Service, Volta Region. Then we have with us this morning the CEO of Genius IT Brainy, in the person of Mr. Kichi Desmond. So, as and when the list comes, we'll continue. Okay, we also have Madam Rebecca Akos Penuku, that's Mrs. Rebecca Akos Penuku, the Regional Human Resource Manager, Regional Education Office. And she is a rep of the Regional Director of Education, Volta Region. Shall we clap for her again, please? So we'll continue and invite Madame Regina for her message.
Good morning, everyone. Please, the name is Rebecca, not Regina. And I'm happy this morning to represent my director, Mr. Francis Yao Agbemadi. And I will summarize his message for you. The Springboard Show is a remarkable platform that continues to inspire and empower the youth of Ghana. It challenges young people to dream big, acquire relevant skills, and take control of their future. In today's fast-changing world, preparation, adaptability, and continuous learning are essential for success. The movement emphasizes that practical skills such as creativity, innovation, and problem solving are more valuable than fields like agriculture, fashion, technology, and engineering, now genuine paths to achievement and independence. Through this, our youth can become job creators and leaders of change. The collaboration between the Springboard Foundation and Ghana Education Service is a shining example of how education can go beyond classroom theory to include critical thinking, real-world application, and character formation. Together, we are preparing students not just for exams, but for life and responsible adulthood. To our young people, stay curious, embrace technology, and create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Build your skills, strengthen your character, and let your creativity shine. We express our gratitude to the Springboard Foundation, its founders and partners for their tireless efforts in transforming lives and shaping future of Ghana's youth. Let us all support this vision, an education system that empowers, innovates, and prepare every young Ghanaian to succeed confidently in the 21st century and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Rebecca Benuku. Next, I will introduce the regional minister's representative and also the same person representing the regional director of Agri. And he is in the person of Mr. Godwin Kweku Agbenyega. Shall we give him a round of applause? And we also take his remarks immediately, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you all. Representative of the Member of Parliament, Togbio, Mamao, distinguished guests, students. Agriculture is one of the most important sectors of Ghana's economy, and also an area where there is always opportunity for employment, because agriculture's linkage is very vast. Again, agriculture is also the foundation of industrialization. We do not have industries in the Volta region. And if we want to industrialize, we have to start, because agriculture is going to produce the raw materials that the industries need to be able to kickstart the industrialization process. Unfortunately, we have decided to produce a lot of the skills that are going outside the region. I want to take a cue from words from Mama and then Togbi's speech. Now, there is a lot of opportunity in the Volta region for agriculture. We have good lands. In fact, we are so much blessed. We have good lands. We have enough human resource, but we have not tailored the human resource to meet the needs of the region. And that is one of our biggest problems. Again, we are also making very big mistakes. For instance, a farmer would not like his child to go to school and come back to farm. Meanwhile, there are bankers who are farmers. If there is nothing in farming, they will not come back to invest in agriculture. A lot of the challenges in agriculture are solvable very easily. Currently, one of the major challenges is labor. Everybody is going to school, and so we cannot go and work on the farm, and that's a big problem. Again, our education itself does not bring us back to agriculture. Very few of the schools are actually doing agriculture, and that is bad. I want to use this opportunity to let us sit down and rethink about some of these things. One of the things I am doing at my department is when we get a national service persons or people on internship, those who are living around, I give them seeds to go and plant in their houses or where they live, some of them in polythene bags, just for them to have a feel, to connect with what they have gone to study. Just last week, I was telling one of the interns that I want you to go and plant this okra and make sure that you use it to terrorize everybody in the house. Make sure that when the okra is growing, you let everybody know that your okra is growing. When it fruits, let them know. Let them harvest it and use it to prepare food, and let them know that it is your okra that they are eating in the house. Just to give them some pride over agriculture. If we learn how to do agriculture, we will make wealth with ease. Because you don't have to be on your farm from 5 to 8. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. You have time to rest and to take care of yourself. And also, your investment that you do there will also grow. And it's not difficult to do agriculture. Anyone can farm. Anybody can farm. Even if you don't have a land, you can farm. Because there is urban agriculture, what we call urban agriculture. People are growing yam in sacks. People are growing tomatoes and so on in containers. And they are making money out of it. And so there is no limit. Nobody is exempted. Agriculture. Again, on the agriculture value chain, there are opportunities for employment, there are opportunities for investment. There are so many opportunities along the value chain that anybody can go in. Whether even students can go in and then just start small. By the time they realize they have grown big. So I just want to entreat all of us to start thinking about how to benefit from the enormous opportunities in agriculture in our various communities in the Volta region. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Godwin Kweku Agbenyegan, the Municipal Director of Agric and the representative of the Regional Minister and Regional Director of Agriculture. Thank you very much. Indeed, agriculture has no limit. Everyone must be part of it. Thank you. The last remarks in this session will be coming from Mama Afiakuma II, the Queen Mother of the traditional area. Let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Hello. Good morning. Yes, it's a real opportunity and honor, privilege for me to be part of this program. In fact, when I entered the room, I was like, wow, this is going to be a great program. Looking at your banner, 16 regions, 5,000 youth, one amazing experience, meaning we are all yearning or fighting towards a common goal. The youth, women are the key issues here. When you take a critical look at what we are talking about, you realize that even now it's better than before. When you talk about skill training and skilled work, a lot of people want to go to the classroom strictly, to the university, blah, 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 as other speakers indicated earlier. But when you look at it, it all boils down to the fundamentals, which I'll talk about and mention parents. Parents are number one stakeholders in what we are talking about. Our teachers are number two stakeholders. And our children and women themselves are also a stakeholder in what we are discussing. Because people need to understand the issue we are discussing. Because if you don't get it right, you might not know what you want to do. So we need to orient our children and talk to them at home. Tell them it is not only by going to the university that you can get a good job. And if you veer into the skilled work or skilled training, you need to look at so many things. As a child, as a youth, you also have your rights because we have the Children's Act there, and all the rights that we, the elders, need are also there for you. You have the right to choose your career. I quite remember my first daughter. She wanted to be an accountant. I never knew. So, because she was an all-round child in education or academics, I asked her to do medicine. The moment we chose the subjects at the barracks JSS, I left for Accra. Then she went and changed everything to accounting. As we speak, she's a chartered accountant as we speak. Supposing she took my advice, she wouldn't have been one of the great girls or youth accountants, chartered, ACCA. Me force maybe war medicine, ebe ya war accounts. So it is the same way if the person wants to learn a trade, the person must be guided. If you are guided, if you are tutored, if you plan well, planning is another key thing that is very important in what we are discussing. And when you come to agric, the issue of access to land is very important because when you go to some traditional areas, access to land is very difficult for women. Women don't own land. Even if land is given to you and you are working on it, before you realize if the crop is doing well, before you realize owners want their land back, women don't have access to land. We don't have access to funding. If funding can be accessible to women, farm inputs. As we speak, in my district, Afajato South, people were calling me, Mama, we need fertilizers. Somebody has promised us fertilizers. The time is running, and the person is not fulfilling the promise. So when is the fertilizer arriving, and when are they applying it? Farming is periodical. If the rains are gone, and you apply fertilizer, it will not grow well. So we need to do everything. We need to put everything in perspective. We do a proper planning and we do the proper training for our kids and women, and together we will be there. What did I say? Together we will be there. So youth, looking for quick money is not the solution. Looking for quick money is not the solution. I may hate pefre, a dronu, ne get a mekle o jiblibo, hebe asransinu dollar, ne when you ko adri. Gake, if you are doing the skill training, it's not like the formal sector where you have your SNIT and stuff. As an informal sector person, you can also go to SNIT and contribute. I don't know whether these things have been appropriate to the skilled workers. You can contribute social security so that tomorrow, when you don't have the strength any longer, you can just also sit somewhere. At the end of the month, you go and take something small for your salt and pepper. So as we are training them, we need to bring all these things on board so that whilst they are also working their youthful days, they can also cultivate the habit of savings so that in their old age, they can also get something to fend for themselves. Thank you so much for the attention.
Thank you very much, Mama Afiaga. Up next, we have a session or a presentation from Mr. Kissy Desmond from IT Genius, IT Brainry, to take us through leadership and IT. Thank you very much.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Desmond, and I'm privileged to be here today to speak to you on two critical topical areas. So today I'm assigned a task to talk to you about IT and entrepreneurship as well as leadership. But before I do that, I would like us to clap for the organizers of this great program, and I'll tell you why. But this clap we are going to do is a special clap. The clap has to increase in momentum. Somebody say momentum. I can't feel the energy in the room. Say momentum. I can see some young people at the back, but the room doesn't feel like we have young people here. So young people, if you are here, say momentum. Now the clap we're going to have right now is going to start from 1 to 2, then 3, 4, and then 5. The fifth clap is going to be the loudest in the room today. So the first one, you take your first finger and you start clapping. When you hear 2, you add the second finger. Then 3, you add the third finger. Then 4, you add the fourth finger. Then 5, you add your energy. All right, are you ready? All right, so let's start. Let's clap for Springboard Roadshow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so beautiful. Now, why I asked you to clap for Springboard was because I was a participant of, I think, 3 of the Springboard Roadshow programs. And for these consecutive times that I participated, I was fully inspired. So today, standing here is a testament that if you learn by seeing people do, you will become a doer. But if you learn by hearing what people say, you would only learn to hear and sit with it. That is why it is important to learn how to learn. If you learn by watching people do, you are taught how to do it, and you can only feel you are doing what you have learned by doing. But if you learn just by hearing what people are saying and are not doing, if you can hear more, you feel fulfilled. But if it is time for you to do, you are not prepared to do it. That is why I prefer all the time to sit under people who are doing. Now, when it comes to the issue of leadership, leadership is the bloodline of every form of development. Leadership is you and I standing up one day and saying that I am going to lead a cause, no matter the challenges I'm going to face. Let me tell you something. If you listen more to one thing, it amplifies. If you listen to negative things, it becomes big. If you listen and focus on positive things, it becomes very big. I learned this principle when I was in school. We were given a magnifying glass. We went outside. That was P4, P5, thereabout. They gave us a magnifying glass, and then we would take a piece of paper and then focus the sun on the piece of paper. Then they'll ask you to remain there until the smoke starts coming out. So when that happens, I realized that anything you put your mind on amplifies. So if we as young people, we continuously listen to what is not working, nothing will work for you. If you sit under people who say what works, the only thing you will think about is how to get something working for you. So I don't want you to sit in this room today and build a mindset of nothing is working. If nothing is working, you will not be in school today. If nothing is working, this building will not be put up here today. If nothing is working, your parents wouldn't pay your school fees. So things are working in Ghana. And I want to encourage every young person here that in the next 10 years, some of you will come and stand here and testify. Some of you will come and stand here and tell us that you are a billionaire, you are a zillionaire, you are a multi-time millionaire. One thing I want to tell you is this: the best time to start is today. Africa today is the best place to start a business. If you go to Europe, you can't start a business as easy as it is in Ghana here. We have the best of infrastructure when it comes to internet. Let nobody deceive you. Our schools in Africa today are more tech-driven than most schools in Europe. If you go online, they'll tell you. Now the people in the US are even stating it clearly that why is the US producing technology and yet their schools are outdated? The systems over there are built to produce entrepreneurs. And why? Let me tell you one secret. I did a research recently and I realized that education in Africa was adopted for administration. The system is not bad, but it was built for administration. The institutions out there are built for innovation. So you could go to school with someone in Europe, you will pass very well, but they will create and you will sit down and be watching. Because they have been taught to use information. They have been taught to create with information, but you have been taught to assimilate information. So you take it, you memorize it, you write it, you get A1, and it ends over there. But outside, they are not memorizing 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 2, 2. 2 times 2, 4. No, they are using it to create something new, which is not in existence. So all of you seated here today, I want you to change your mind and begin to focus on innovation. We don't need more farmers. We don't need more farmers. What we need is innovation, where one man can farm and feed an entire region. We all don't need to go to the farm and start farming. I read agriculture in senior high school, but I realized that the system has changed. The population keeps increasing. How many hours can you spend on the farm in a day to feed a generation? It's not possible. So we need innovation. We need technology. And technology is built. It's designed. So young people seated here today, I am a testament of getting up and moving. When I finished school, there was no job. I saw young people walking around without skills, and I stood up and said, let me provide training. As we speak today, there are so many young people who have and that is why so many young people have passed through my training and they have skills that is putting food on their table. I just went to school for 3 years, did electrical engineering, completed, went to do computer science, completed. But I am not sitting in the house waiting for someone to give me a job. I have given jobs to so many people. I have employed people now who are working with me. And that is the power of decision, leadership. All right? So our gathering here today is not to come and pity ourselves with what is not working, but to empower the next generation of innovators, to empower the next generation of thinkers. The next one man who would get up and transform Ghana is in this room. Today we have names we celebrate. We hear Elon Musk, we are happy. Jeff Bezos, we are happy. These are individuals whose net worth is more than the entire GDP of a nation. That's one man, one man. And we are in Africa, and the entire Africa is on their knees praying and begging. what is happening to all of us in this room? Are we saying that our minds are too small? It is a lie. We have great minds here. IT has come to take over. If you are in this room, you must learn to speak the IT language. That is what is transforming generations today. So let's learn it. Let's get ourselves empowered and cease. And once you are out of school,
3 young ladies, all from this region, representing different districts. And they're going to share they got to know about Ghana Grows. Please, let's put a hand together for them. Kindly have a seat. So each of them from different districts in the region, and they have different experiences with Ghana Grows. So we're going to engage them for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Let's hear from them. They tell their own story. So starting from the extreme right, please mention your name and then introduce yourself to us.
Please, I'm Portia Kotoku from Home Municipal.
I'm Mabel Betrayal from Hohoe Municipal.
I'm Princess Mott from Adaklu.
So we have the whole region represented here, and all these young people have had different touch points with Ghana Grows and Springboard, the mother organization. So I'll start from Princess, and she will tell us first how she got into Ghana Grows and her journey so far. Princess, how did you first get in touch with Ghana Grows, and how has the journey been so far for you?
Yo. Okay, le akpagban tomela menayin gbedeka ya nyefe velia de yom chogen be program deleji na nyonu sohelde ni anam linka yemebe nenem ko yo nam linke ta hemeva wanuila over yom be mava workshop le ho ta sirin yameva ta after workshop la obe yo jibene Ghana Grows program kiela neno adaklu jude kame kokokpede ehonu ta yo le ameke he anongone haboboji yemebe yo mese matem our organization no le adaklu poji no zube ya odemonam yo be modedele kem maje gome ple nyonu so he wa mebla eton yemebe o mi sugbode adakluza mi jivideka mi jivieve asinu domele miasi o peden tode kemeli nemi o kende modede anwe be anye soke nyonu wa mebla ada yobe oke ne manya kpokula kuhe meli o ya mevatere togbe komasi amemachido adelia ko megbel edaside wanaji eye me start play 60 ladies enye toda play poji so henyonu tale enu sosro vo megbela mi have nanele Ghana Grows oyebe pilot eye pilot ke hevane miaola eye nye mushroom farming henye eflugle dede ta eba hia be macha amewa menne kokokpede nu nyene mi va Accra ne hehe hoho ne evlugle dede ta ma ofa menu veva mi bayi o ba fia mi evlugle dede le ma o ple gbeto fe nkumela he mi ayila mi ape buroga yiyi ple gbogbola ya wo nto he buroga ne mi henye 1000 cedis amedika de siade eye mi vale do fi mi echela okpo mi agbo fine eye o fia mi do tepeta ma jibe nuke he ogblede mianwu nenye jojro tala miaha mi ko do ko de edowa nama eye mi le evlu gblede le adaklu poji pleto da fifila ta ne monu kokode vaje ko wazube amodo wish be yo ade evlu gbelela mele mafia mi o dabele ke he Ghana Grows to ofie nche nene ta Ghana Grows a enye onye NGOs de oke he ofia na so he nyonu o emo ijiwa atoko echomenwe asuosi pede mi anovi wa metonu ta Ghana Grows Hope Day.
Thank you. What our sister is saying is that she had a link from a friend who asked her to join the Ghana Growth training women. So after joining through the link, she was invited to the program at Ho, and they were housed and trained for a number of days. Afterwards, they took them out, and she was trained in mushroom farming. And through that, even their transportation of 1,000 cedis was paid. They were well fed for the number of days they spent there, and all that they did is beneficial. She came back to Adaklu and impacting it into 30 different people, and all those who are ready to learn it are also learning now. Thank you.
So let me stay with Princess for just a minute before I go to the other. Princess, you are part of the girls' club. How did the club start? How many people do you have? And how has the journey been for the past 1 year since you started working with them?
Yo, madekule fimie gomala, amesia menyabe undesia de gomejejela, fukpekpeye, elabe akpagbantola, NGO gede ova, oba blemito movovovo, omekpere miangu. Vogake leke he nyemeva program le voter sirin. He me bakpo background leke he wanala kula, mesesesela madabela, oh, ame yola, ejinwe todo onyo, oma ten a blemio. Ko nyatepe gomejejela meeting vavala consider gbanto evelia toliala o novinyo olona hovana vogake obado afidela medekumi anto minyame yibo na yevo be akpere ngola obe susu kwenya empower 360 he bovala egava dejipo na amoroche ogaba trono meeting eva eye eke ga George namle meeting eva vava menya ba ona menya ba am fifie ladies 90 deka bla sie ke la sinye eye ona menya ba amami opetela wa na okpekpede un tohedo alo emofafia tohedo ke he echomanywe asuosi fimie ko edipo namle sike fiabe ale meet neva ale meet neva ale goma kpogbe vogake gbanye be ewe ameke heme le meet nevia heva la bia gbero ko be na gbekegbe he ale yo cho office he fonu kuda o do mahi le chikele be nkekele he mi meeting che mi ba le stro he me le meet neva na makwanya de ke glo ya do de ba vale megbe ya we nene mami asima suowe mele nyanya be yinto yipe dovil alo yipa gbenono ye we ke enye ke henya nu no lala ko ba le nye blame be enye ba le dedele mewa manye sigbe mejie yo ta to kuku dede mala meji be no vinye ko hele meet na mala no wa susu de ka claim nu ihe jicho Springboard Roadshow Foundation alo Mastercard Foundation togbo mele sike henya Ghana Grosela ava mele opetepe agbeme akpenami.
So our sister is saying that she had 3 weeks of training with some other people, but as our attitude always proved as Ghanaians in quote, as they were told that they will be given helping hand, many of them thought the helping hand should come immediately. So they started withdrawing because they were not seeing it, because many NGOs came in order to help them, and they couldn't get what they wanted. But she persisted, and now she was told that 90 other people will benefit from whatever she is going to get as well. And that is what she is benefiting today. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's Princess, our first person. Let's go back to the next Ghana Growth beneficiary or participant and hear a story. Please mention your first name and then let's hear about your story.
I'm Mabel Bishru. Okay, I joined the Ghana Growth program through my sister, Enhohoi. She was the first to join the program. Actually, the first day they went for the meeting, she was appointed to be the president as my sister here. So she was heading about 30 females. She convinced me to join, but because of my station, I'm residing at VA. I'm teaching them. So I couldn't join immediately. But later, I was very convinced. So I go to and fro for the meeting every Sunday. That's once a week. Then she was selected to go and represent the Empower 360 program. She did the receiver. I customized a keychain for him, Solomon, Alex, and a whole lot of nicknames. So I started getting orders from my colleagues as well. I post it on social media, and then I get orders for people's birthdays. They give me order. I customize their nicknames on the resin art. Some of the samples I wish we could see. So I customized a lot of these keychains, and it's really helping me. Not just me, my little brother was eager to learn this as well at home. So he is able to also do this resin art way. So today, going to my station, I customized it, then I package it. I package some for my little brother who is in SHS. And then the students also buy it, the teachers buy it, and it's really giving me enough points aside the teaching work. So this Ghana Growth Program has really impacted a lot of potentials in us. And then my sister, she's disabled and very timid. But through Ghana Growth, face the crowd today and speak to the crowd. And the meetings that we normally go for weekly, the lessons are very impactful. Thank you, Ghana Growth. The lessons, they always forward to us. The last time we learned about controlling your impulsive and compulsive behavior. This lesson is for everybody and not just Ghana Growth members. So we are learning a lot more in Ghana Growth. I will encourage all the youths to run, register, and join the program now because it's very beneficial. Thank you.
Akpe mianovile gboglobe eiha yide meeting ekpli mianovi gbanto ike ponu alebe yinufiala nyo yimelekpo mogake emaisunu ivagere mela owa mianovi gbanto pe ponu yobonu nola ofianu vovovo yo vifienu ipe jokwe nyebe enu yo be tofia yo be yo akọ yo pe asi achonu yo le dukome maybe miaglobe mmeka kpondo wonu na tututua miakwe akọwọnu bubuo ifie ilowo einovi bubuo ha o le sron le gbo ikakpoga le fimi ko le yento ife kotokumede akpe.
I've seen a few hands that want to ask questions. I would ask permission for us to do that. But before we do that, let's hear from our last person. So we heard from Adaklu, we heard from Ho. Let's go straight to Ho and see how Ghana Growth is connecting young people across the region. Please, how did you get in touch with Ghana Growth and how has the journey been so far for you?
Okay, I got to know Ghana Growth some Tuesday, 1 month. So the team came to our Madam Amegashifiguro Monica to introduce the program or to introduce the Ghana Growth to her. And they said a lot of things about Ghana Growth, how it is benefiting others outside. So she got to know that this will help us. So she brought the team to us to talk about the Ghana Growth to us. And then they even asked her some of the topics we'll be treating. So every Tuesday we have topics that we treat, like our personal health, our mental health, agriculture, and other stuff. So from there, we started treating the topic. So it has been so helpful to us. Certain things that I never had any idea about. Through Ghana Growth, to be sincere, I got to learn a lot and I got to know the negative and positive aspects of certain things. Thank you.
Mianovi ha be branda degbe ya ha is Ghana Growth be nko like is ko defia yuela ikwebe nunyu edele dodocho emegbe yosronu gede cho enunyu ekple ngbeklo yonto yo pe de die nonokple etame susubu yo penade yo etaya like akpedana Ghana Growth the ope one altar akbe.
So these are the 3 stories of young people representing so many others and the benefit that they have. We'll go for the last round to find out from them after what they've learned, what it's doing for them, and then what next for them, and what message they have for their colleagues as they are listening to us. So let's start from you. What's next for you?
The topic that we've been treating so far, I pick one topic from it, which is the agriculture aspect. Most of us have negative aspects of agriculture, which is never so. So the Ghana Growth came to us and we treated agriculture. So the agriculture is not only meant for those in villages. All of us can plant something. When it comes to agriculture, most people out there are spending a lot. The farmers out there are spending a lot. So the agriculture aspect, when we treated the topic, I decided to go and do something small in their house. So I planted tomatoes and then pepper. But now when you see the tomato, you know that yes, there is no chemicals on it. You know outsiders or at the market side, they use chemicals on the fruit, the crops you've been eating, like the tomatoes and other crops. But now the one I planted in their house is growing nicely.